Top of the morning, good people. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. We got one more day to go to the weekend. And we all know how Double the Innocence loves the weekends out here. So, the season hasn't even started and already we're with the shenanigans. But it's to be expected. It's part of that circus that they have going on out there in LA. It's to be expected, people. So allegedly, apparently, LeBron James came out complaining at the mere fact of the matter that the LA Lakers have to board a plane to go to Milwaukee to play a preseason game. Now, I wasn't one of the individuals that was into the whole. I was calling all the LeBron supporters LeBronettes. But now, unfortunately, with the way he's acting like a prima donna, I understand why there's certain content creators that refer to LeBron James and his entourage as the Bronsexuals. Because sitting down here as an individual that grew up watching the NBA, I don't understand. I'm trying to wrap my head around his complaint. Whether or not you have to board a plane for a preseason game or a regular season game, you would still have to board the plane, yes? That's point number one. Point number two, you're acting like you're doing anybody a favor or you're doing it for free. It's part of your job, bruh. And you got to understand something. It's not always all about just you. You're an individual that needs to realize that you do have rookies on the team like your son. Like the other draft pick that you guys picked up, they have to get used to the traveling. Period. Preseason is not just about playing games. Preseason is about teaching, especially the first-year players, what's to be expected of them, because they're no longer in college. So for you as some kind of leader to be up here complaining about something that's a simple process of the NBA since the beginning of time shows exactly what type of individual you are, to me at least. Tired of watching this guy make every single thing of this game about him. I've never heard any other superstar complain about that. Hey, and I'm kind of curious. If by chance you didn't have to board the plane to go to Milwaukee, the city that you would have had to board the plane to go to was Cleveland, would you have made that same statement? A lot more people need to start calling a spade, man, because like I said, as far as I'm concerned, this is part of the whole plan. To go ahead and throw shade in other areas so you're not going to focus on the exact product that you guys are putting on the floor. But it's not going to happen, because we're going to talk about everything. We're going to talk about how you're a selfish individual. We're going to talk about how you like to make everything all about yourself. We're going to talk about daddy daycare. And we're going to talk about the garbage team that you guys are putting on the court this season with your garbage head coach. Nah, man. Enough of you now. Enough of you. Honestly speaking. I've reached my maximum potential limit where you're concerned, Mr. LeBron James. No word of a lie. Just with the extra antiques that you want to add to the game is getting kind of sickening now. I am not going to allow you to continue to ruin the game that I love. Can't do it. Won't do it. Needs to stop. Now, no word of a lie. I am going to try my best to cover your son with as much respect as I possibly can. Meaning I'm going to try my best not to call him out of his name because he doesn't deserve that. Really and truly, this is all on you. You created this path for your son to be taking the backlash that he's taking. This is on you. If you had ever allowed your son to go ahead and earn a spot on an NBA team by himself with his own merits, everything would have been righteous and right. If I wanted a real good storyline, I'd watch a soap opera. I have an older sister. She watched every single one of them. So I'm very aware of The Young and the Restless, General Hospitals, Guiding Light, you name it. If I really wanted a storyline, that's what I would tune into. I'm not looking to watch the NBA to watch a storyline, to watch Daddy Daycare. I'm not really about all of that. When you have sports medias covering and saying LeBron James and his son scored a combined 19 points, when LeBron Sr. scored the 19 points and his son scored 0, enough of the propaganda, don't you think? And at least when I was growing up, there would have been a couple of sports announcers that would call this nonsense out. There would be a couple of announcers that would actually say, listen, no, this is ridiculous. This guy doesn't deserve to be in the league. Now, you're starting to get a little bit of pushback. I heard a content creator ask the question the other day, and I gotta really support that. What happened to the true journalists of the world? What happened to them, man? Thank goodness for social media right now, because think about it this way. Close your eyes and think for 2 seconds. And I'm talking more to the content creators. Think for 2 seconds if we didn't have a platform to voice our opinion on what we thought was true. And all we had to rely on was sports media that we see on TV. All of us individuals be walking around brainwashed like this in a trance. Thank God for content creators like Kwame Brown. Thank God for content creators like Ticket TV. Thank God for content creators like Dreamers Pro. Thank goodness for guys like Carcino for Life. Just to mention a few. Art of Dialogue. Because these guys stand on the eye test. And a lot of mouths might lie to you, but your own eyes will always try to give you a vision of the truth. The mouth and the tongue is harsh. The eyes observe everything. Good, bad, and indifferent. So, that being said, I suggest all of you individuals, if you get the opportunity to tune in and watch, the LA Lakers play the Milwaukee Bucks this evening, tonight at 8 p.m. And I'm praying to goodness that the Milwaukee Bucks set a fire on those Lakers. I'm hoping that Doc Rivers, with his assistant coach, Derwin Ham, have absolutely no mercy with those LA Lakers tonight. I hope they play their starters for the 4 quarters. I hope Giannis scores 80 points. I hope everybody on the starting 5 and the bench, including the coaching staff and the assistants, the water boy, the towel boy, all of those guys, I hope all of them dunk on Bronny James Jr. And then I'll be back up here tomorrow to talk about what a wonderful performance the Milwaukee Bucks displayed last night. Yes, sir, indeed. It's only preseason and already we have to deal with the shenanigans. It's only preseason already we got to deal with maybe 101 excuses of why it didn't work, won't work. I'm ready for it all. They had a whole off season to really produce this book of excuses. So, you know what? I was kind of thinking that all the excuses were going to start when it came to regular season. After, they went on maybe a 4 or 5 game losing streak, the excuses would start rolling out. I didn't think we were going to have to deal with all this nonsense in preseason. LeBron James, you're not doing nothing for free, bro. You're getting paid to do a job. Why don't you just do it? I'm not going to tell you to shut up and dribble, because nobody deserves the right to have to just shut up and dribble. But in this case, shut the hell up and play the game that you're getting paid to play. Once again, it's not about you. There's other members on that team that need to learn exactly what the NBA has to offer on all levels, not just out there on the court. They got to learn what they have to do to get themselves ready before a game, because they're traveling that day. They got to learn when to eat, when to rest. They got to learn all of that stuff. It all starts in preseason, brother. And you, who's been in the league for 22 years, you know this. So why are you going to come out in the media and throw a different agenda? Why? Why? Is this the way you're setting up? If by chance you guys get blown up in Milwaukee, well, oh yeah, we didn't really want to go to Milwaukee. We didn't want to. Why do we had to travel all so many hours? Shut up. It's part of your job description. And if this was something that you had a problem with, you should have quit your job years ago. But don't waste our time with your watered down excuses and your watered down complaints, because really and truly, especially individuals like myself, we've dealt with you for 22 years. We don't want to hear jack out of your mouth when it comes to excuses for anything. Just play the game. Show me why you deserve the title of being a king. Because what you're doing right now is not king-like behavior. Share, like, subscribe, help this channel grow. Double Innocence with your boy E Double is pissed off on this Thursday morning, and he is out. Have yourself a blessed day, people.